This episode of A Glass Blower's Companion is brought to you by Mountain Glass Arts. Since 2002, Mountain Glass has been the premier glass company in the United States. Founded by glass artists with the goal of supplying the highest level of customer service. Currently, Mountain Glass is offering weekly sales to help you as an artist save on supplies while staying productive in your studio. Mountain Glass has also temporarily suspended same-day deliveries and in-house shopping, but curbside pickup is available. Because of this, make sure you have created an account and check your emails weekly for sales updates. For any other information and questions, just go to mountainglass.com. That's mountainglass.com. This episode is also brought to you by The Flow Magazine. The Flow Magazine has gone digital. If you are a subscriber or would like to become one, The Flow Magazine is now available in digital form. You will still enjoy relatable articles and tutorials contributed by some of the best artists in the glass community. If you prefer to have a paper copy, The Flow also offers a limited number of print-on-demand copies that you can then hold in your fingertips. These are available while supplies last, and please allow 3 to 4 weeks for delivery. For more information on how you can subscribe, as well as find a complete list of available webinars and ways you can contribute to the magazine, just visit theflowmagazine.com. That's theflowmagazine.com. Hello and welcome to a WyzGuy Minute, Episode 14. How to stay cool in your studio during the heat of the summer. Depending on where you live, summer temperatures will vary, but here in Florida, working in a glass studio during this time of year can be daunting. In the summer, Florida's daytime highs average 93 to 97 degrees Fahrenheit, and if you throw in the humidity, the heat index in the shade can average 105 to 107 degrees. Long days of sweat dripping from every body part, leaving a puddle of salty residue at your feet isn't what I'd call an ideal work environment. Throughout the day, as the outside temps rise, so does the temp inside your studio. As this happens, your body temperature rises and you may begin to notice that you feel a bit foggy, your focus is lacking, and your eyes are burning from the salty sweat dripping in them. These are a few physical signs that you need to be aware of if you want to have a safe, productive day in the studio during the heat of the summer. If you continue to push yourself without proper rehydration, your body can begin experiencing heat exhaustion. This increased heat production can result in an increase in your body temperature, which above a certain temperature can be difficult to control. Therefore, it is important to develop ways to cool down the body to help maintain core temperatures and reduce the negative effects of thermal stress. To help maintain a healthy working environment during the heat of the summer, I'm going to share several ways that you can stay hydrated in your studio. Your body naturally cools itself by sweating. Perspiration helps to cool off your skin as the sweat evaporates, removing the heat with it. However, in humid climates, the body isn't able to evaporate the sweat off of your skin as fast as it would in desert climates where the air is dry. This means if you work in a humid environment, your skin stays wet and your clothing becomes saturated. Then the blood on the surface of the skin isn't able to cool down from the evaporation of sweat, which then leads to heat exhaustion. This is why, whether you live and work in dry or humid environments, it is crucial that you hydrate to help maintain your body's temperature. Before we get into the how to stay hydrated, let's get into the signs to pay attention to so you know whether or not you are staying properly hydrated. For starters, pay attention to how often you have to pee. You probably have a good idea of the frequency of your pee breaks when you're not in the studio. Personally, I have the bladder of a 2-year-old and pee about every 5 minutes. However, on hot and humid studio days, I often find that when I'm not properly hydrated, I may only have to pee 2 to 3 times over a 10-hour shift. Also, pay attention to the color of your urine. You don't want a bright yellow color to it. This means that you are not drinking enough fluids. Pay attention to muscle cramps and headaches, as well as feeling lightheaded or dizzy. If you don't continuously replenish your fluids, you may begin to experience all of the symptoms as I just mentioned. So let's get into the ways you can stay hydrated before, during, and after your hot day in the studio. Now first, this bit of information comes directly from the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. Hydration experts from the National Institute of Occupational Health and Safety, as well as OSHA, recommend drinking every 15 to 20 minutes, not just during rest breaks, to stay sufficiently hydrated and maintain a safe core body temperature. This puts less strain on the cardiovascular system and can lead to fewer heat-related illnesses and injuries. Drink before, during, and after physical labor to replace body fluids lost in sweating. Anticipate conditions that will increase the need for water, including high temperature, humidity, protective clothing, and difficulty of work. Keep in mind that by the time you are thirsty, you are already about 2% dehydrated. Once you are dehydrated, it's difficult to make up for that lost hydration. Drink 5 to 7 ounces of fluid every 15 to 20 minutes to ensure proper hydration. Keep individual containers of cool, clean water within easy reach at all times. When workers are properly hydrated, they are healthier, safer, and more productive, no matter what the weather or working conditions are. Now that we have covered those recommendations, let's get into the types of beverages you can enjoy that taste better than plain water, but also have more benefits. The first one is lemon water. While this sounds simple, just adding a little citrus to water changes the flavor, but also changes the pH of the water, which allows for better absorption on a cellular level. Adding a pinch of sea salt will step this beverage up a notch, as it also replaces and keeps the sodium levels in your blood balanced. Next is cucumber juice. Now this may sound odd, but cucumbers actually contain 90% water and are one of the most hydrating vegetables. Besides the amount of water contained in a cucumber, it also has natural sugars which your body loses during perspiration. If you prefer a fruit juice, make sure it's natural, just fruit and water, like fresh squeezed orange juice or grapefruit juice. Another vegetable that is good for hydrating is beets, which also helps to purify the blood. Just remember, if you enjoy beet juice, it will make your toilet water red after you go poop. Don't freak out, it's not blood. Coconut water. Coconut water has been all the rage over the last few years for its benefits of rehydration. Coconuts are low in sugar and high in potassium, which is great for hydration. Even better than plain water. Just make sure that when you buy coconut water that you read the packaging and that it only contains coconut water and no other additives like sugar. Aloe Vera water. This is something my wife and I have recently enjoyed, and I will say it isn't for everyone. It does have a texture that some may find unappealing, but in the end, if you get past the chunks of floating aloe, this is a great hydrating drink. It also has many other great benefits for digestion, healthy skin, and is full of antioxidants. And my wife's note on aloe vera water. If you ever had that weird drink called Orbits with the little balls that you had to chew as you drank, that is what drinking aloe water is like. And she said she used to get hers in the local science museum. Next we have Pedialyte, or any beverage containing high levels of electrolytes. While sports drinks are the norm, they contain high levels of sugar, which can lead to other issues. Brands like Pedialyte are made sugar-free and are typically designed for infants and toddlers, but are beneficial for hydration of any age. Another fun side with Pedialyte is they also make a popsicle form, and you can buy a pack of 36 to even more than that at any local grocery store, or also at like Costco or any of the bigger department store places like that. I highly recommend them. They are a nice cool down treat in the middle of a hot summer day. And again, they are full of electrolytes and will replenish you and help you start feeling hydrated again. One thing studies have found to avoid are drinks that contain high levels of sugar and caffeine. While iced teas and coffee, whether hot or cold, do contain caffeine, but these aren't as bad for you when it comes to staying hydrated. Beverages that you want to watch out for are sports drinks that are high in sugar, and also energy drinks that contain high levels of sugar and caffeine and other herbs and minerals and ingredients that are not necessarily good for you. While they may give you a boost in a hot environment, these can cause irregularities in the body's ability to regulate its temperature, which can lead to unnecessary strains on your heart. This can lead to other cardiovascular issues in the future, especially with frequent levels of consumption. Along with consuming fluids, there are other combinations that you can add that will help you stay focused and hydrate during a hot day. For starters, take frequent breaks. This doesn't mean go inside the house and soak up the air conditioning. For one, this can make it difficult for you to stay motivated. And second, It also throws off your body's ability to acclimate to the heat of the day, so find a nice shaded spot outside of the studio and enjoy a cold drink. Make sure you have proper ventilation, not only to remove toxic gases and fine glass particles, but also a separate fan to help keep your body cool. While giving you fresh air, the air will make a world of difference in a matter of minutes. There are also swamp coolers and portable air conditioning units on the market that you can find through Amazon and other online retailers. Check the links below for some ideas. If you don't have access to a fridge in your studio, pack yourself a small cooler with an ice pack or even ice cubes and keep several wet cloths in it, along with your cold beverages. Use these to drape across the back of your neck or on your head while working. The neck is a great place to help regulate the temperatures of your head and brain, as your main arteries bring the blood to your head. If you can keep this blood cooler going to and from your head, this will help cool down the rest of your body. I hope these little tips help keep you cooler in the summer and also give you a bit of knowledge that you didn't already know. One last thing that a lot of artists do to keep cool is to work the third shift. While this is the cooler time of the day, working from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. instead of sleeping can do your body more harm than good. Studies have shown that this can shorten your lifespan due to the amount of stress it puts on your body. Not to mention the emotional toll it can take. This type of schedule has to be maintained over an extensive period of time to allow your body's natural rhythm to adjust. Your body needs a consistent rest in order to heal itself from the physical nature of our jobs and life in general. This can be detrimental to your nervous system and the ability to regulate your body's natural ability to fight off infections and maintaining weight. There is a lot more information out there on the issues one can face by working the third shift, which I'll leave a few links in the show notes below. Thank you again for listening to this episode of A WyzGuy Minute. You can find more of these informational episodes on all podcast platforms, as well as in its own separate playlist on our YouTube channel. Just search on YouTube for WyzGuy TV or use the link below. Stay hydrated, and you'll have one more tool in your bag to having a focused, productive day in your studio. Until next time, this is Jason Michael, and have a wise day.